Oh.
So now's the time. Inward time? Is it inward time?
I will kick you
Yeah,
so hard.
Do it. Ace, do it. Давай.
I'll insult your state.
Ooh. Yeah, that's right,
There.
Texas. Насторожение.
Nani, fuck you. Just want you to know that. You're the worst.
Hey, look,
You were
an actual black guy.
Why, man? Wait, why? Fuck me. What did I do?
You're stupid and fat and gay
Oh, it's
and
you,
dumb
it's you. We spoke before.
and a
Oh,
retard.
no.
Did I mention that? You're a retard. How does it feel?
Yes.
How does it feel?
Yes, Nani.
I
Ale.
lick your boot every single day. This is how you treat me.
You better lick it more, buddy.
How dare you? I'm actually disgusted. Bobby, are you fucking drunk, mate? Like,
Yeah,
this morning, you were up.
a little bit, like, yeah.
No, like, actually this morning, I did not know what the fuck you were on about. I literally couldn't.
What was I talking about, dude? I was just trolling him in chat. I don't know what I said.
I knew you were, because, like, you were on about, like, fucking philosophy is just, like, I don't even fucking know. You were just saying.
Oh, because I wanted that guy to leave so bad, and I think I
You're like, fucking, the liberal arts students, they're controlling the media. Like,
I didn't say that.
well, you get the idea.
The liberals are taking over.
I said it was worthless, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I gotta
just
piss,
call
hold on.
everybody like a liberal.
Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
Third fucking time in an hour.
Shut the fuck up. I've got people in
What?
Did you just hit us with an is that a whammon? Did you really just say is that a whammon?
Yeah, I do.
Bro, I spoke to you before.
Before?
And then remember I got
To
banned?
you.
Shut up,
Nani.
Tahim. I'm trying something
Hello.
different for once. Aight,
Yeah.
alright?
Nani.
Aight.
Oi, man.
Nani.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Okay. Bob, you need to debate me on something because I need to change your mind.
Like what?
Because we disagree on everything, literally.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
There was one thing we agreed on. I forgot what it was.
Pretty sure me and Slavia disagree on
Environmentalism.
everything.
See, we agree on environmentalism.
That doesn't. I don't think that counts.
Minecraft, man. I feel betrayed.
Tay, I just advertised this stream on like all my social media as I'm not doing Minecraft this time, guys. I'm breaking the chain. So I can't switch to Minecraft now. It's too late. You gotta deal with it.
Если говорите по-русски, да, они тебе сейчас пытаются. Мама, я не скажу сама.
And it says Minecraft.
I'm not doing Minecraft. I'll switch later, but not right now.
Я не скажу сама, потому что...
Oribadirchi. There, I'm fluent. Look at that.
Ну, когда ты не вообще не дай, я тебя не могу.
Oh my god, I spent 353,000 on flour.
Черные люди, не громотая. Привет.
What does that mean? That means hello, comrade. Привет, товарищ.
Yeah.
Why aren't you an atheist? I just need to get this out.
Why am I not atheist?
Yeah. Like,
Why would I be atheist?
why are you a Christian?
Why are you not a Christian?
Because I don't believe that God exists.
Well, I believe that God exists.
Why do you believe God exists?
But why don't you believe God doesn't exist?
Because I don't have a reason to.
Well, I don't have a reason to be atheist.
Well, atheism isn't a positive belief, though.
But Christianity is a popular belief, though.
You know what else is a popular belief?
Nazism.
No.
Christians are Nazis, confirmed.
Yeah.
Was it? Wait, Hitler wasn't actually a Christian, though, right?
No.
No.
He hated Christianity.
Dude, he had a quote that said, like,
He was a pagan.
I'm allowed to kill Jews because I'm doing the Lord's work.
So, like, publicly he was a Christian, but, like, his private writings, he hated Christianity.
Yeah, he only did that because of the German population itself.
Really?
It was a way to...
I did not think this live stream through, because right now I was planning on completing this quest, and I literally just have to sit here and do nothing. during it. I didn't think this through. Help me. Please
Wait,
help
actually,
me.
streamer though. Low key, like I'm actually a streamer.
All right, I might have to switch to a different game.
Do you stream on? Wait, what's your Twitch?
I'll drop it in VC chat.
Okay, okay.
Through streaming and out of streaming, Edison and I met because of streaming. At the end of the day, he was able. Oh, one second.
Why? I know who that is. I can't remember her name, but I know who that is.
Oh, that was this girl.
Up in the mighty,
Who's
up in the mighty, Western worst. Druga.
Oh God. This probably isn't worth having the BDO chat open while playing it. That's gonna get me TOS'd so fast.
Oh.
I forget if there's a way to set like custom chat filters, because there's a certain word I would love to put in there. That's the people I have blocked.
So,
People will pretend that they.
what's your view on reparations?
I'm anti-reparations.
Not you, the black man.
Oh, the black man.
The black
man.
yeah, the black man.
I don't know. I mean, could be helpful, I guess.
Nian, you're white. You don't get an opinion.
Hey, I'm native.
Actually true, white privilege.
Shit, doesn't even exist.
No, but like seriously, I mean reparations. There we go. Whatever. This has
Nah,
to be for,
Nani,
for,
hit that follow button, you fatty.
My sincerest apology. What is your opinion on reparations?
No. Just no.
No?
Unless I get reparations because I'm slaughtered.
Thank you so much.
I mean, are we talking relative to America? Like what? Because like America is just white, black, and
Well, yeah, it's true, but like, if we did like this whole world thing on reparations, then Europe better pay my ass.
well, like generally, it's only that way because we're referring like reparations to American culture. Like, not
Yeah, but in all serious though, I think reparations are a terrible idea because potentially worsening the public relations between the two different races, like
I mean,
white and black.
I mean, to some degree, like, I think reparations kind of like, because some people are put in situations where they can't, like, they literally cannot like, excel. Like, it's very rare to be born in a certain community. That's really bad.
Yeah, but you don't have to be black to not be.
I disagree that reparation money is the answer to that. I think increasing education, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I agree.
It's
Yeah,
not just a black issue. You gotta
No,
remember.
I didn't
like,
say. No, I never said it was. I guarantee you.
Okay,
anybody-
okay.
I agree. Like, see, I'm not one of the like. I don't like when people do the whole like, oh, you want to give black people money? You're the real racist.
Well, that's what reparations talks all.
Like, I don't think black people in specific are that way. I think anybody who's born in that predicament could be.
So you.
Jesus Christ! What's
Like, for example, if a white person is born in a bad environment, they're gonna come out the same way. It doesn't have nothing to do with them being black. You know?
I'm so dumb.
Wow, something I actually agree with. Once.
I'm so
Like, if
dumb.
you go to
I'm so dumb.
Alabama or something, like, you think
Yeah,
Alabama?
Alabama. Is
Those
where-
are like 10 white people. Are they doing well? Probably.
Yeah, they're fucking like stupid. That's
Yeah, so like.
Don't you talk about Alabama like that.
yeah. South rise again.
The South will rise again.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
That is the end of my Twitch existence right there. I'm done.
This is why I need to learn a Scottish accent so I can just shout Scottish independence every time there's a Brit in the chat.
Jesus Christ.
But I know you don't like the Muslims, Islam.
No, but the most de se nas casal, yeah.
What'd you just call me?
Alice, stop fapping.
Yeah.
No, I'm like putting stuff on my face.
No
Why don't-
сказали.
Why don't you like the Muslims, mate?
No сказали.
I don't know.
Madršenina to bisina to dvajaca. No ti bisina takaya. Okay, sorry. Nani,
Yeah.
what state do you live in?
I live in DC, so I'm like right next to Trump.
You live in DC?
Yeah.
That explains how liberal you are.
I live in like Maryland, which is more like country. Like
No, dude, DC is all liberal. There's no country. No.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but I don't know.
Like,
It's a lot of
брат, привет, как ты была сегодня?
American brothers here.
Привет,
Hello, Conrad.
Yeah, привет. Друг Бумер.
Привет, Tosh.
I'm so big brained. I have a
Yes.
massive
Lost
brain, dude.
you.
Everyone compliment my massive brain right now.
No.
Wow, big.
Wait.
Wait, you live in? Wait, where do you live? So? Like, what state do you live in?
North Carolina.
Who lives in North Carolina?
You.
Wait, is it
Oh, yeah, I do.
Look at that. Look at that. My IQ is massive.
Dude, I actually met someone yesterday who lives an hour away.
Wait,
That's
what
pretty cool.
state do you live in?
Fuck.
What?
What state do you live in?
North Carolina.
Bro, North Carolina is racist as fuck.
Racist as fuck.
Isn't North Carolina like a
There's a lot of blacks.
It's like half conservative, half liberal.
Yeah, it's pretty
Hell,
split.
well,
It's
maybe
pretty split.
I don't know. Maybe what part you live in. But
You're thinking of South Carolina. Actually, South Carolina's not even racist. It's too diverse to have that.
No, that's not true. North Carolina is much more diverse than South Carolina. But
I know, but South Carolina is still a very diverse state.
not really. I mean, okay, so North Carolina, Eastern North Carolina is basically all black except for the beaches, and then Western North Carolina is all white.
South Carolina
it's
has
literally-
like a perfect mix throughout.
It's literally split. Like it's completely split.
I just know.
You guys want ASMR?
No thanks. I'm looking at it. North Carolina has a lot higher percentage of white people than South Carolina does.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think that's true.
it's like 80%.
Maybe it is because I've only been to Charlotte. Like Charlotte.
Charlotte is very white. Charlotte.
No, Charlotte is not white, dude. It's
Charlotte's
like 50%.
Charlotte is
50%
very white.
Charlotte is not white.
Charlotte
I
is
live,
very
I
white.
live, I live right beside Charlotte. It's not
Charlotte
No,
is
white.
like a lot of like black people and Hispanics live in Charlotte.
Yeah, but North Charlotte, South Charlotte is the rich part. All the white people are there.
Yeah.
Money? Never.
How long is this gonna take?
Lo que nadie dice porque nadie habla Corea.
I'm gonna be here for like
Shut
9
up.
calendar years while this stuff. I'm literally cooking in a game, and I
Nani,
just have to sit here and wait.
habla de este
Saying that.
conmigo.
Stop.
Huh?
Whoever's saying that's annoying.
Hmm?
Don't speak for
Vete a la
the
mierda.
Habla en español conmigo.
Vete a la mierda.
English only.
Una entrar la de esos Estados Unidos de América y la Una nación bajo Dios que divide justicia para todos.
Roll 4.
Yeah, fuck your rule. But anyways, so yeah.
Yo, you guys actually like Graxius? Whatever the fuck this guy's name is?
What did you just call me?
No, this Graxius guy. You know the guy in chat. The really traditional communist, Christian communist guy.
What chat? Like who?
In general, casual. He's like
I have mixed opinions.
he's a Marxist Christian. Like, it's weird. It's weird as fuck. I don't understand. I never met like a Marxist Christian.
A Marxist Christian.
He's extremely Christian too. Like, it's scary.
He actually told me like he wanted to like propagate everybody in the world to believe.
Is he really Christian?
Yeah, he's like really
Yes.
How Christian is he?
like he wants to propagate everybody in the world.
He's like a Christian nationalist.
Yeah, so he's an evangelist.
Is that what that means?
Pretty sure he's a Catholic. I don't
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
That he's not a Christian.
My God, you're one of these people.
No, because I mean, Catholics and Christians have always had it on against each other.
But Catholicism, the idea that Catholicism
I know it
isn't
says that
Christian.
it's a form of Christianity, but it's like the sect of it itself is like so removing of all of like the Christian atypical Christian. So
it fits the definition of Christianity. So I'm not a Catholic. I don't care, but it's
the Catholics killed people and they didn't follow the Bible, so that's kind of they set people on fire for being different.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. It says to do that.
I mean, I'm an anti.
No, it doesn't. And that's not what it meant. It didn't mean set people on fire because we propose that they're witches because they're different.
Mm-hmm.
It also says an eye for an eye. It's all contradictory. Catholicism is not real Christianity.
It's kind of based. I actually agree.
Bring him in the voice chat.
Let me see. Join. Tell him join.
I'll tell him why Catholicism is not real Christianity.
A man or a woman who is a medium or spiritist amongst you must be put to death. You are to stone them. Their blood will be on their own heads.
Okay, what is a spiritist?
A medium or spiritist, essentially a witch.
Okay. So being different, like for example, saying that the Earth is round, is apparently something of witchcraft. Do you agree with that?
I'm not denying that this idea has been corrupted. I'm denying that the general ideology, or the general belief of Catholicism, is still Christianity. I'm not denying that it's ever been perverted. I'm saying the general religious belief is still Christianity.
Nah. Catholics stopped being Christian as soon as it stopped following the... Because they started making their own interpretation, and that's how Catholic sects were formed.
Mm-hmm.
And then Protestantism is basically Reformed Catholicism. It's like, we don't accept the orthodoxy, so we're just going to go our way and interpret the Bible our way. And they were kind of right, but they were also kind of... They left a lot of the important things that they needed to know, and then they dropped it, and then they also accepted important things that they needed to know that the Catholics didn't adhere. They weren't perfect, but nor were the Catholics. Catholics were even worse. Protestants were a lot better than the Catholics because at least Protestants didn't actually say, "Oh, you're a thought criminal," basically. Basically, if you think of something a certain way and you express, you're basically as dead as...
So are you arguing that because an old corrupted church, which has been cleaned,
not just an
existed,
old corrupted church, but a sect of Christianity is?
and the sect of Christianity no longer follows that? It's moved on.
Well, first of all, in order to be a Christian, you have to follow the words of Christ, and what they did was absolutely against the words of Christ. They became more entombed, or rather enthralled.
So again,
in the
you're
words
arguing because of
Balls
acts.
to yell at somebody?
Again, because you're saying the acts of the past that makes them do what they do to this day. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't
I didn't
cause
say
their
that.
beliefs to this
You
day.
can't correlate that.
That's essentially what you're saying.
What am I yelling about?
This guy's
what am
saying
I
that
yelling?
Catholics aren't Christians because of what they did in the past, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And not
What
what
are
the modern sect is, but what but the corruption of
You
the
support
sect in the
Catholicism?
past. Do I what?
I don't know.
Do you support Catholicism?
I don't care. I don't care what people believe.
Yes, I would say that what they did in the past is very significant in what defines their sect. So that's theology. I mean, Crusades, which, come on. I mean, that defines Catholicism. Catholicism has been fascist since forever.
That defines it in the past, not in the modern era.
No, it defines it in the modern era as well.
Alright, well, Germany gassed the Jews. That defines them to this day.
Yes, and Hitler loved the Roman Catholic Church.
Hitler was very anti-Christian. He made that
No,
clear.
actually, yes, he was very anti-Christian, but he was 100% for
So you're just
the
gonna
Catholic-
steamroll right past the point that I just made.
I'm gonna not steamroll it. I'm gonna make a point that is actually counter to, which is that Hitler loved the Catholic Church.
So, Germany gassed the Jews. All Germans must still be Nazis, because that used to be their beliefs, so that's still their beliefs. That's the same exact argument that you're making.
No,
just with
it's not. That's
Catholicism.
stupid. That's because you're correlating cultural development with theology. That doesn't make any sense.
Theology is just
That's
culture.
just stupid. That's a dumb thing. That's a dumb correlation. That's
You're
fallible.
a bit too upset about this.
No, it's just ridiculous because you're trying to correlate cultural development with theological happenings. Okay, that's stupid.
Theology develops as well, and Catholicism has developed past that.
Theology doesn't develop the same way as a culture does, so they're not even compared.
Theology is
You're
just
trying
an
to compare
aspect
two
of
different
culture.
things that don't have the same attribute.
Theology is just an aspect of culture, so I don't see your point there.
I would disagree.
Okay.
Why? Because theology has no culture.
No, but it's an aspect of culture.
It's not an aspect of culture.
How is it not?
Because theological development occurs across culture? What? I mean, Christianity has existed for thousands of years. That's a silly thing to say, is that there's an aspect of culture. That's
How so?
like making the implication that somehow it's related to the cultural development of the people, but that's not true at all because the religion never. It only softens or hardens its way of observing things, perceiving.
What?
Do you know what a sect is?
I'm well aware what a sect is.
Do you know what the difference between orthodoxy and unorthodox, like orthodox practices and unorthodox practice?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that those adhere to a sect. So if you know that orthodoxy is purely the practice of the particular sect, and that unorthodoxy is the creation of a new sect that splits from the orthodoxy of another sect, which makes it unorthodox to that sect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you would understand that Catholics are actually like literally a third generation type of Christian that happen to exist in the most powerful, like, cultural hegemonies, societal, like civilizations. Basically, they existed in the most, like, some of the most powerful civilizations of all time, most powerful kingdoms. So therefore, they had more power atoned to them. They were actually the most powerful form of Christianity that had ever existed.
And?
Yes, and they abused this power. Like, seriously.
I'm not going to deny that there hasn't been abuse, but there is, as a whole, the belief of Catholicism, this isn't abuse to this day. I'm not denying that there's never abuse. I mean, pedophiles in the church, there's definitely abuse. I'm just denying that the religion as a whole abuses this.
Quiet now.
It's just, I don't know. I don't see how you can relate or make a correlation between cultural development to theological development. They're two totally different things.
Religion I mean, it used to drive our culture. Not to this, not anymore, but it definitely used to.
I get what you're saying, but that's not the point you were trying to.
That religion is a part of culture.
But it's an aspect of culture. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
I don't see how you could
Because it
disagree with that.
exists across cultures. You understand? Like, for example,
It's as if multiple cultures can share something. I don't know, man.
but that's not an aspect of a culture, though. Just because there are cultural effects doesn't mean that it's like. I'm not saying that it has no impact on culture, but what I'm saying is it's not a result of culture. Is what I'm saying. It's literally independent of culture. It's like communism. It's fucking independent of culture. It has
An aspect
different
is just
flavors.
a part of something. I'm saying that a religion is a part of
No,
a culture.
it's not a part. Religion is not a part of culture. Period. Because it shifts, it changes. It typically remains generally at the core the same thing over thousands of years, and over different forms of cultures that accept it. It has nothing to do with.
So because multiple cultures can adopt something, and because it can exist for a long time, that means it's not a part of culture?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not. First of all, one view of understanding that it's not a part of culture or an aspect of culture is to realize that how long religion has been around, and by religion I mean almost all religions. They've been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, since the dawn of man, since literally they started creating empire. They used it as a form of tactic to control people. It's not a cultural approach, because it's literally the opposite of a cultural approach, because they could not do it themselves culturally. That's literally, it's antithetical. Saying that it's a cultural aspect is antithetical to the whole point of the reason why religion started existing in the first place.
I don't see how that would even debunk my point.
It doesn't make sense to say it's an aspect of cultural development, because cultural development didn't create religion. People across the world. No, it didn't. Like, for example, okay, take this for example.
Cultural development often affected religion, and religion often affected cultural development. That's just a fact of life.
Well, yeah, no, I get with that. But what I'm saying is, entirely, you're saying that it's an aspect of culture. I wouldn't say that it has anything to do with, I don't think it exists within the boundaries of a culture at all. I think a culture adopts what theological standards are part of the religion or the sect that is carried over across cultures, and they adopt that. And then, of course, there's cultural flavors that are added to the traditional mechanisms of that particular religion. But I wouldn't say exactly that the religion itself is an aspect of their culture at all. I would just say that I would say that it was an aspect of their culture of being capable of accepting and actually implicating religion within their own societies. But I wouldn't say that it's actually an aspect of their culture. I wouldn't say that at all.
Would you consider social institutions? Would you consider religion to be a social institution?
Depends. No. I would consider religion to be an ideologue, a theologistic form of thinking, thought, practice, whatever. And then, of course, organizations come after. Because think about it. When you create an idea and exists in the ethosphere of things that are ideas, it's a really good idea, people catch up on it, and it becomes adopted into culture. It does. But it's not an aspect of culture, is what I'm saying. It doesn't spark from culture. It sparks from ideas, and ideas don't really correlate with culture. Not in the way that religion does.
Can I just read the definition of culture?
I don't need to. I don't need to hear it.
Customary beliefs, social forms, material traits of a racial, religious, or social group, the characteristic features of everyday existence.
So the person that came up with that definition is a racist. Go on.
That is a pathetic argument.
No, that's not a
The
pathetic
set of
argument.
shared
I mean,
edit-
they said race. That's not a pathetic argument. That's when you adhere to the concept of race biologically, that's unscientific.
It was saying the set of racial groups, and there are definitely cultures that are set to racial groups.
Yeah, racial, first of all, is racist.
Okay.
What is ethnical? What is that? What is ethnicity?
What
Do
are
you know
you
what that is?
getting at? I mean, yes, I know what.
My
ethnicity
point is, you're reading off the definition I told you I didn't want to, because I know that those people are idiots.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have creativity and you can't employ your own English language, you can't deploy your own being of it, you can't have creativity to understand what other people use the language as, then you're not a proponent of development for the English language. So you can't use definitions to try and explain something. But you have to have creativity. That's what the English language is about. If you're just like, okay, let me just Google a definition. You're going off of whoever wants what. You don't even know what the person that wrote the definition of that, the meaning of that definition, or the description of that definition. You don't even know who that is and what their agenda is. So why would you support something you don't even know?
So
okay, first of all, my question is,
because I read a Merriam-Webster definition,
Merriam-Webster,
I am supporting an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize how absolutely insane you sound?
I don't care what you think. You can call me insane.
I'm talking about not just myself, but any normal human being.
Hey, Blitzy, do I sound insane by telling him that he has to be creative in his own expression of English?
You're literally saying that I am pushing other people's agenda because I dared open a dictionary.
No, I'm saying that you should have a little bit more creativity and be able to employ your own language. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to process this. No, it takes a while for my brain to process stuff.
Just take your time, buddy.
It usually depends, I guess. I mean, you both have points. He has a point that you could use your own words, and you have a point that he said you're supporting an agenda. So you both have a point. And what my point said made no sense.
Fucking centrist.
Anyways.
Whatever I said made no sense, I know.
You're good.
I think it's kind of a commonality that people typically go Google the first definition and then read off the first thing they actually.
That
seems to be.
Okay, I agree on that 100%.
No, I
just don't agree with that behavior.
I agree, but I'm just saying. I'm saying that it is in. I don't normally do that, and I would agree with you there. I just don't see how you could disagree with that. I don't see how you could disagree with various other arguments that religion is a part of culture.
Why I disagree with that?
Why?
Because the other people that I've talked to about the usage of that word have used it differently, and used it in a way that kind of my combinatory process of like actually assessing what the word generally means in a cultural sense. It's not the same as the meaningless, emotionless.
All right, so here.
Strictly defined.
I think we could both
Empire.
agree. I think we could both agree that stuff like values, beliefs, stuff like that, the social norms are all a part of culture. Can we agree on that?
Say that again?
Values, beliefs, social norms, stuff like that. Can we agree that those are part of culture?
Beliefs to a certain extent, and then after that it becomes not culture.
Do you agree with either of the other two, that the social norms and values?
Mm-hmm. Social norms are a result of...
How many of those things are set by religious precedent?
Not very many.
Values are often set by religious precedent, undeniably. I'm not saying
Not
all
values,
values.
not values. No, traditions though, yeah, for sure. That's cultural, though. That's completely cultural. That's irrelevant to the actual religion itself. That's how they interpret
How
their
are values not set by religious belief?
Okay. Values are set by the culture. Okay. So whenever let's take this for example. Let's just take a wild example. You got a Catholic and you've got a Protestant. They both read the Holy Bible, and they both agree on a few things, quite a few things. They don't agree on salvation. Okay, so their values are different based upon this reason, because they both interpret how you achieve salvation differently. One believes that you have to have the grace of Christ, or come to the grace of Christ before you die, and then actually that gives you salvation. And the other believes that you don't have to have the grace of Christ and that anybody can achieve. This will change the way that they behave in real life. So how were these formulated? Well, these were formulated each individually by the cultures that created the actual, I guess you could say, the flavor of that particular religion, if you will, which is called a sect.
Tasty.
Okay. It's not an aspect of culture. That's what I'm trying to say. It's literally independent of culture. Christianity has existed. My point is that religion is not an aspect of culture. It lives outside of cultural development. Christianity has been around for thousands of years, and a lot of the core components of Christianity have not changed. It's only a perspective of Christianity that has changed based on the culture's usage of it. That's what I'm trying to point out.
So, their perspective of the religion drives their culture. Is that what you just said? Or am I misunderstanding you?
No, it doesn't drive their culture entirely. Like that's
Not drives. I misphrased that. But affects.
Yeah, religion affects and culture affects. But
I would argue that
they
that
don't
makes it an
quite-
aspect. If they affect
No,
each
it
other,
doesn't make it an
that makes
aspect,
them
because
a
it
part
could,
of each
the
other.
religion could leave. The religion could disassemble it.
And as religion leaves, culture tends to change.
If culture is so heavily tied to that religion. If it's not, then it leaves and there's no problem. But it depends on how heavily culture decides to tie in religion into their structure.
And I would argue that if a culture is heavily tied to a religion, that religion is therefore a part of the culture.
Nope, just the traditions that they've defined in the sects. You get what I'm saying? It's not the religion that we're talking about, that you're talking about. You're talking about the flavor of that religion that is adopted by the culture and is therefore traditionalistically an aspect of that culture. Their traditions, all the things that they basically have around it, are sure they come from religion, but they're not. They are not like mutually together. Religion can be completely removed from a society if society has no development around that religion. Does that make sense?
I agree, but I don't agree that there'd ever be a society with religion that doesn't have any development around that religion.
There have been. They're not very. First of all, let's look at Sweden, for example. Sweden had a great deal of Christianity. Guess what? People didn't accept it. So guess what happened? Culturally, religion left. A lot of people in Sweden are they're non-theistic. They're atheistic. They don't believe in a god. But that's one of the reasons they're culturally disposed to. So therefore, religion didn't take hold or take grasp of their traditional. It didn't change their traditional outlook or anything. Not to the extent, at least not to the extent that they they had to hold on it. They had such such a great hold on their society, so that when it was flanked out, it wasn't exactly a huge blow to Sweden, if that makes any sense.
I get what you're saying.
No, there's been several like countries in the past that have accepted religion and haven't exactly accepted it to the severity of literally building everything around the traditions.
I mean, I'm not
that
saying
they...
building everything around, but
Well, right, but I mean, look at the Holy See, for example. The Holy See is a perfect example of a theocracy, a system of government where everything, like literally everything, in their society and in their governance is totally based around their core traditions that were received from Catholic. They believe that if Catholicism was ripped away from that nation, it would fall into nothing. There would be nothing left of that nation. That's literally how religion has consumed that particular nation. First of all, religion created that nation. It didn't actually... The nation didn't actually exist before religion. Religion actually manifested a small, independent nation within Rome. That's kind of crazy, but it shows that culture really doesn't have anything to do with religion. But religion does have to do with culture sometimes. I mean, the other way around.
I mean, I understand like the arguments and like where you're coming from. I just disagree to where they lead, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you have to have an independent like understanding of religion. Like, were you religious as a child, or were you brought up in a religious family?
Born Baptist, converted to Islam, atheist, not atheist, agnostic now, but whatever, you can call me an atheist, I don't care.
Okay. So I was primarily brought up in a postmodernist, biblical literalist Christian house.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I was raised extremely Baptist.
Yeah. Baptists are basically Protestants.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely are. But...
And
they're just more insane.
Well, they're like the direct opposites of Catholics. Like, Catholics are all like quiet and shit, and they sit down in a chair and everything.
Yeah, and
Baptists
then,
are like,
Baptists are praise Jesus. Yeah,
like out on the street, fucking, you're gonna burn for eternity.
Those like people with the signs that just say the end is near, screaming at random black people in the street. Yeah, those are Baptists right there.
Yeah. And what's funny is, that's weird because like Baptists are kind of like more Catholic than like Lutherans, in a way, because their literal name of like the subsect that they're in is part of like baptism, and baptism is like fucking huge in Catholicism. Yeah. They want to like do it to babies in like cold ass fucking water.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know. All those things. They're all like literalist ways of interpreting it, but I've noticed that like baptism, it can be useful for some people that are like, that need a change or need to feel a change. So that's typically why baptism, like being pushed underwater and shit like that, is typically a thing in Christianity at all. Mm-hmm. Because some people find meaning in even things that people wouldn't ever find meaning in. So it's typically used as something to help, invigorate people in a way to make a change in their life. Yeah. That you're a new person now, to like, and I kind of agree with the ethics of it. It seems to be like it's a positive thing for society, for the people who are willing to go through with it and to think that it's actually making a change, because if you can actually make somebody think that they're a different person, that they actually might make better changes in their life. Yeah. And so I can see the positivity behind that, but it's not really necessary for Christianity. It's just a traditional cultural
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the Catholics think that it's completely necessary.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to hell if you don't go into water. Like, that's...
Better go into water, boy.
Except they do it when you're a baby.
Yeah.
They just dunk your ass in a ice cold fucking...
I'd argue that's better than what happens.
You feel the spirit, boy.
I'd argue that's better what happens than the Jewish babies.
Oh god. See, what's interesting is now that's a very interesting thing. There are certain types of Jews that don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Typically because they're born in hospitals and they don't typically do that, but they're like. What's fucking weird about that is they're like, oh no, don't circumcise him. Just let us do that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No. Let's do it by a medical professional that fucking knows. And that's so disgusting. It's just like
I was sitting there going like, can I make this joke? Can I say that?
No, you can because it's 100% realistic. It's not like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It's not saying that like it's an evil thing. It's just disgusting to me. It's not like
stuff, like a lot about
I'm
space
pro circumcision because I understand the science behind it. I understand that it's literally to stop the cases of phimosis, paraphimosis, and all the other fucking thousands of things that can happen. Your dick get infected. And have to imagine being one of those unlucky kids that gets like extreme phimosis and then getting like your piss stuck in the glands and then having a bad infection and having to get your dick like mutilated for real.
Yeah.
Just imagine that shit. That's not no.
Sounds based and red pilled.
But they're like, okay, but everyone's like the people that have foreskin, they're like, oh, but you shouldn't do it because they don't understand that they're like lucky.
Yeah.
That they weren't one of those kids that literally lived in a poor family that couldn't afford the hospital bill and they had to chop half their dick off. Mm-hmm. Like seriously. They don't consider the problems that can occur. And you know what? Circumcision solves almost like 1,000 different things. And they're just like, oh, you're fucking mutilating them. It has fucking tons of nerves and shit that you're removing. It's like, did you know that the foreskin is like the part of the penis that has the least nerves, literally?
Yeah.
That's stupid. And they want it because they want to be able to jack off. They want to be able to jack off and feel better while they jack.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to have a pussy. They just jack off.
No, man, we gotta let babies fucking jack off.
Fuck women. We've got foreskin. We feel like we're in a pussy right now. Nah, it's stupid.
Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what they want. They're fucking degenerate.
Western Guard camp.
Like I'm a part of the scientific community. I know a few things about these particular things. I'm not an expert on them, but I've always heard doctors tell me the reason why they do that procedure, why the nurses do that procedure in the first place, is because they have to remove all of those the possibilities of anything bad happen. And it is true that there are cases where there are malpractices. Of course, that happens all the time. I mean, nobody's perfect, but there's a better. I would much rather be circumcised, and not have any of the occurring problems. Like, imagine not being able to retract your foreskin and just like, that's fucking no.
Yeah.
A little kid, and then you grow up, and then like it's just this big fucking bulge that won't even open. They have to do like some surgery on it. No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Which field do you study? You mentioned.
I personally study psychology.
Oh, psychology.
Right. I actually, despite psychology, I actually like physics, certain types of physics, like particle physics.
Oh, you work in particle physics.
No, I don't work in particle. I like it though. Like it's like one of those things that I want to.
Haha, I don't have a job.
It's okay, man. I don't have a job either. Well, actually, I do. I
Most
start in
people
a week.
here don't have a job.
Well, I have an excuse. I'm 16. There's my excuse. Boom.
Don't sound 16.
I know I
That's
don't.
really weird.
I've been called a 30-year-old trying to keep up with the memes before. I'm
No,
16.
you actually sound like a boomer though. So
I'm aware. Puberty hit me when I was like 7. This is what happened to me.
Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Winter.
That's why all
I'm on
the
my-
brothels that he applies for turns him down.
Yeah, I'm on my winter break right now. I start working in 2 weeks.
I think my winter break starts in 1 week. I'm desperately
What
trying
do
to
you
get a
do
Twitch
if you don't mind me
career.
asking?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I really quickly changed my job, but right now I'm going to be working with an entrepreneurial business in Toronto. I'm helping them code some stuff.
Oh, you program? I program as well. What do you programming?
I do mostly scripting languages, Python,
Like
C++.
Python, JavaScript. Yes.
Yeah, and I haven't worked with JS in a while, but
You write in Node, or do you just write in plain like browser based?
Node.
You mess with Node. Okay.
I keep planning to
I'm
learn
not-
like
I'm
a.
not good.
I keep like planning to
I've been
learn a
programming for
language, and I
years.
can't do it.
I could take a full on job in programming because I've actually developed some stuff for IBM and some other companies in the past. So I could probably take a full job in programming again.
My like experience when it comes to programming is limited.
Terrible.
It is limited to a language called E2, which is a branch of G-Lua, which is a branch of Lua. It's horribly proprietary. It's only for it's literally like for modifications to Gary's mod. That's it. That's all I can do with that. And then I have a little bit of experience with JavaScript for my Discord bot, but that's literally it.
So Node.
Yeah.
Well, I've done Visual Basic and
No.
We have a
no,
professional
no,
on
no,
our
no,
hands.
no, no,
We have a professional on our hands, guys. Watch out.
No
yeah,
.net here.
And I've also
No, thank you.
you know the configs for Half-Life and Counter-Strike and stuff like that. I've scripted my own like keybinds and stuff. You know.
Okay.
Must be a real expert.
He's a pro hacker.
You script it so that like you push one button and then it
You gotta
rebinds
dim
the
that
other
variable,
buttons.
dude.
So then it's like you can push one button plus another button and you get. Like,
I always
a
use something
combination,
called
so...
always use something called the AutoWit or AutoHop for those particular things because they were designed specifically for it. I've used Visual Basic in the past. It's basically like Basic but Microsoft everywhere. Like you're totally limited to being able to run the code in Windows. You cannot run Visual Basic code in Linux or any BSD or any other platform.
Shut up, Jonah. Give me money.
Just isn't really a front end. I either work back end or like I work in like really low level stuff because like I get my programming experience from robotics, right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
You write C?
I see. Not familiar. Oh, I see. Yeah.
C, like C programming.
Oh, C. Yeah, I do a lot of C.
You do a lot of C. Okay. You do C99 or what? Like C++, 11?
Yeah, I do C++. The C fucking colon thing. I don't know what it's called in English.
The what?
It's just C sharp. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, C sharp.
Yeah.
You do C sharp? Do you know about the you know about mono and all that stuff?
Yeah, I know a bit. Like C sharp is my weakest language. I'm gonna be honest.
I've been planning to
I
learn
do-
C++.
My best language is just C. Like that.
Oh, okay.
C and Python really. I've been practicing a lot of C++ lately.
I haven't found a good place to learn C++ for free, and I can't do that stuff my own.
You'll never find a good place to learn C++.
I've been desperately looking.
C++ is the kind of language that you've got to understand. Like, first of all, the languages you are not going to find online to learn are C, C++, and assembly. Really, you're not going to learn those things.
What about brain fuck?
You can learn that online. It's interpreted.
I just like I want to learn it so it's for game development because as far as I'm aware, C++ is the most major one right now in game development. But
well, I mean, it's not just game development; it's literally
I know.
almost everything.
I know, but the game development is really the only thing I'm
way that your
interested
computer
in.
works, like the programs, the DWM, everything, your window manager, task manager, whatever, all that's written in C++.
Actually, I think I found something that does teach C++. I'm gonna check real quick.
It could be some tutorial website, but what I mean is like to actually gain an efficient.
I understand what you're saying, but
you gotta have like.
You also need like 5 years of experience in C++ to get hired. And I know this because I was speaking to someone that's like a hiring manager, and I was trying to explain to him like because he was telling me that they can't find anyone to work, right? And I was trying to explain to him that if he never hires people without if people only ever hire people with 5 years of experience in C++, there'll never be any new people with 5 years experience in C++. It's like a circular problem where they create their own job shortage. You know?
Companies are very picky.
C++ is one of the hardest languages to master, though. Like to understand the entirety.
C++ is like baby language.
Bruh, what do you mean? Like, the manual is so fucking long. The sheer number of shit.
What manual?
The
talking about the
PDF that they give you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long the manual is. Like my textbooks at university were massive, but it's not very hard to understand.
It's not. It's like
I can write most of it down on a couple of pieces of paper. Like that's how much I can summarize all these books for.
It's super imperative. Like you can just it's so simple. Well, first of all, C is even simpler than C++.
C is
because it's not introducing classes or anything.
Yeah, you can sort of circumvent the use of classes by doing some real funky shit.
Is that a raccoon?
Sorry, I wouldn't do that. And C, that can more than likely cause memory leaks than anything.
Yeah, no, memory leaks are a huge issue.
That's the number one issue of C, literally.
Yeah.
Did you know that the people who created C actually had memory leaks in mind?
Did they?
Yeah, they wanted to so they were told, they were like, or Dennis was like, how do we, because what they wanted them to do is create a language that literally had inherent flaws in them so they could create more jobs. So they're like, how can we make the language in a way that would actually suppose human behavior and mistakes to basically incentivize a whole new market? That's what they did. They created a compiler that literally compiled in a way that allows for open human errors that would cause an array of things to go wrong. So it was all planned. All of that stuff was planned. You know why? Because before C even existed, when the ALGOL 68 language ALGOL 68 existed, quite shortly after the Lisp language came out. And that was the fix to all of the problems of the imperative languages. It was inter-exchangeable, inter-mutable, everything was changeable, symbols. It was literally the perfect language. Perfect. It still is. It's still used today. The problem is, whenever you write a program, there's no fucking mistake in it. You can't have a mistake. You can't. The garbage collector prevents. It's one of the most original garbage collectors, which all languages that have garbage collectors take out. It handles memory for you. It's like, why fucking let people make their memory automatic? Why not just automatically handle memory instead of just relying off of humans to handle the part that the computer should handle?
Well, like the argument for that usually is like people just want more control over.
Oh, that's not. No, you can have the control. You can instill the control, but the point. Yeah, it's optional, but it's like by default, it's inherently safe.
I mean, yeah,
but it's super useful. You don't see many people hiring for Lisp programming because, number one, if they have a problem with the program, they fix the functionality of it, and that's it. It's done. Program's perfect. There's nothing else needed to be done. But let's say you have a programmer that writes C code. Even if you write C code for years, and he writes it really quick or goes over, it's a very large project. Let's just say it's a very large project. It's very likely there are going to be problems in that code. Very likely. So that gives the company that's hiring you the opportunity to stab you in the back. It's all a fail-safe mechanism is what it is.
Yeah.
That's it. It's literally all it is. C is like compared to Lisp or like Common Lisp, C is like a baby link. You want complexity? Look at really complex fucking artificial intelligent programs, hive mind programs written in with like logical triangulation written in Lisp, and all sorts of like some of the tracking stuff for planes is written in Common Lisp. Like tracking the geolocation, like the GPS and stuff of where planes are located and whatnot, and also they have simulators within these programs that allow them to calculate whether or not basically all contingencies. Some of the more complex things that are like some of the most advanced things are written in Common Lisp. You don't ever hear about it because it's not a very popular language because of the fact that it's not very market friendly. It's the end of all programming language. The second programming language ever created was the end of all programming language. The first one came, and sure, but it wasn't extensive enough for the imperative use that people needed for in a market. It created the second programming language, which was Lisp, and that was it. That was literally the finale to programming.
I kind of.
There's not one thing you can do that you cannot do in Lisp. Let's put it this way. A C program, you can write a C program to do something in particular. It takes a lot of code. A lot of times you'll use other people's libraries because it takes a lot of time to write shit. In Lisp, it doesn't take a lot of time to write shit, but you have to know how to write it. In Lisp, however, there are tons of other libraries that are everywhere, all available from like as far as like 40 years ago that you can still use. And it's still compatible today with almost everything that we do. Not to mention a Lisp program you can write a Lisp program to write C programs, or a Lisp program to write more Lisp programs. So if you can have a programming language that can literally program itself to write another program, that's extremely useful. Google uses it for their deep.
So, how terrible of an idea is it to just jump right into C++ without very much language?
Not that bad of an idea.
It's not terrible. I mean, if you have some concept of like what methods are, like the difference between like what functions are, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a subroutine.
Obviously, I do plan to learn more about coding in general before trying to learn a language, but I don't want to have to learn something else between it. I just want to jump in.
You can do anything if you have code, but beware if you do anything and you don't follow laws. There are people that are going to come out.
Yeah, no. I was heavily on like G on a 4chan, like heavily involved in that board. Yeah, like if you write code in a way that's a little bit sloppy, people will come after you for it.
I've been attacked for my E2, which again was I don't know why I learned that out of all languages. I can literally use it. It's literally you modify a mod for a game with that language. That's all it's for.
I mean, C++, if you only fucking know what arithmetic operators are, you can just go into it. Like,
There's a programming language called Pizza, and it's a sub-language of Java.
That sounds about right.
I really hate Java, I'm sorry. Java makes my blood boil.
I like Java for its OOP, for what that does, but it is a cancerous piece of shit when it's a large project. When you have a huge project, it becomes cancerous.
Isn't Lua a piece of garbage? Like,
depends for
I-
what.
I-
mean,
I've-
it's good
I've
for
heard-
short.
I've heard like a friend of mine who does Lua a lot was talking, and he said like he would type in code, it wouldn't work. He would just delete it, like cut it, and then repaste it, and then it'd work. Like it was literally the same exact code.
It has it's the indentation cancer like Python.
Yeah, no, indentation cancer is like fucking next gen shit. Like
it sucks. Like if you have a whole project in Python and somehow it reformatted all of your indents into like space. If you have even slightly one indent or like one space anywhere, it will not. Like you can have them on the lines, like the empty lines.
Yeah.
But as soon as you have them in the structures of like how the actual code looks, like the method bodies, it fucks it up.
Excellent.
That's why I prefer braces over fucking that nonsense.
Shit. Okay. I just went through a mini midlife crisis.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to find some way to learn C++. Because really, I'm just interested in making games and like
the way I learned it is back in like 2008, around 2007, 2008. I hung around a bunch of hackers and stuff on Skype. You know.
Yeah.
I was constantly DDoSed and harassed and fucking shit on by everyone. So basically, I was forced to figure out how to create a round robin proxy system where I could just like cycle out a bunch of proxies whenever people would DDoS. That's where it basically started. Is I was forced to. I was in an environment where I was forced to learn things. Of course, I met a lot of cool people. They would always tell me, "Oh, well, that's like, oh, you know, here's the difference between printf, fprintf. You can actually redirect the output to like stdout or standard output or like standard error, like the buffer, what the difference between what a buffer was, what a pointer was, you know, like how many bytes are in whatever, you know, that I was doing."
Yeah.
And it was really cool because there were a lot of people that were on my side that really wanted to help me, and there were a lot of people that were just complete pieces of shit.
See, I'm an elite hacker because I used to DOS people with low overt ion cannon. I know what I'm doing. Please laugh.
Well, that was interesting because they made a version of LOIC that was actually funny because it was literally an IRC bot.
Mm-hmm.
It had HiveMind or whatever on it.
Yeah.
And it would just connect people voluntarily to an IRC to where they could literally be used as a fucking vessel to DOS websites.
Yeah, no, I remember I used it once and like just sent it at a friend. He then complained to me because like he knew I was doing it. I told him, and he said that the like lights on his router were flashing red.
Oh, you think that's bad? I showed some kid how to do this Ruby exploit that literally exploited a it was like a buffer overflow, and then it overwrote some code on it flashed a small little like thing on it would basically remove the protections on protect the signed software, the firmware or whatever. It would overwrite the firmware with something that would literally melt the actual CPU. And he did it to his friend. I told him not to do it to his friend. I was like, do not do this to anybody. Like, you could do it on your own stuff, but don't do it to anybody else or anything like that, because you can put a remote IP in there. And guess what? He fucking goes and does it, and he does it to his friend, because he's like, it's all right, I asked my friend. And I'm like, don't do it, dude. Just don't do it. Because, I mean, you don't know if that router has heat protection or anything. Like, you don't know if that router actually has any safety mechanisms that... He's like, it's an older router. He's like, nobody, he doesn't want it. They're going to switch routers pretty soon anyways. It's like, I warned you. And he does it. And I was just like, I really shouldn't have told this kid how to do this. The fucking router exploded, and it splintered into his friend's skin, and he had to go to the hospital and pull the little tiny... fucking like heated, like it was fucking weird. Like, he even showed me a picture of his arm, his arm had like fucking little tiny plastic splints in his fucking arm because it literally overheated and it exploded. Like it exploded.
Nice.
And there was like fucking plastic shards in this kid's arm. I was like, you're fucking wow, why would you do that? I told you not to do that. But that's I've learned after about over 8 times of teaching people how to do things that they get overconfident with their ability to do it, and that giving them knowledge is power, and it's probably not a good idea to give people power.
I'm one of those people that, as in general, I just like to know things. I don't use it. I just like to know things. But like, the worst thing I've ever done was it was a little batch file, and I forgot exactly how it worked. I made it. It obviously wasn't completely my idea. I used help, but it was like if you activated it, it would just keep restarting the person's computer until like you were able to type in the password. But it would be like you had like 10 seconds to do it or something stupid low like that.
And easy way to fix that? Boot into safe mode.
Yeah.
What the fuck is everyone, dude? Can someone fucking tell me there's no one in VC right now?
There's no one in VC right now.
There's 2 people in VC right now.
I'm trying to fucking shower some people, dude. I'm feeling crazy, dude. Where is everyone?
I don't know, man.
Cocaine is a bad drug, dude.
It
dude,
is.
I got banned from what's it called? Some other server. I think it was like Nudie or something like that, dude. I don't know, but I called someone and said I did they have autism and they banned me.
Hmm.
Do you think this is fair? I don't agree.
Let's
debate on it. Oh, I love debating, guys. Politics. Oh, politics. Oh.
You alright, buddy? Do you need like a pat on the back or something?
Oh, I'd love one right now. I don't really have a dad.
You want head pats?
Ew, dude, you're fucking gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm gay as fuck, boy.
I don't want to argue, but no one's fucking here.
Well, I want to argue with you.
About what, dude?
But I argue in a weird kind of way. You've got to like pull your pants down and then spread your asshole.
This guy's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Well, that's just me. I'm sorry. Are you making fun of me?
You making fun of him, dude?
Yes, I am. We're gonna do about it. Debate with me.
Debating? Yeah, let's do it. Pull those drawers down.
Oh, dude, this is kind of gay. I don't really feel safe anymore.
What? I'm gay. You don't like gay people?
Are you actually gay?
Yeah, I'm gay. I'm gay, dude.
Unironically, I didn't believe you. Teen plus, you must be 18 to join Newton T's channels. Oh,
nah,
yes.
I'm not gay. I'm just.
I don't like where this is
really,
headed. I don't like
really.
where this is headed. I don't like where this is headed.
Join. Oh, he's lagging a bit. I think I'm banned.
Yep, you're banned. Bye.
Oh, I'm in.
In where?
Nude. Teen plus nude.
What?
Oh, there's a private VC. Oh, I can't join it. Fuck.
There are people in there?
No. Fucking private VCs, dude. They're all self-conscious. Another. Fucking find another one. Ah, dude. Meet new people.
What's happening?
Discord servers?
No, I'm just joining loads, man. I want to fucking shout out some people, but like, dude, honestly, I just get banned. Oh, Minecraft. No one's in VC. Singing. Oh,
Hey, tell me if you got anybody that's in VC though. Like, if you actually have anybody that's in VC in any of the servers.
Just... Dude, this is the server I come to fucking annoy people, but no one's here.
That's probably not a good idea to admit it to me.
Why?
We're both staff.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I don't care about fucking politics, dude. Everyone who debates about it, I think that's kind of funny. Why do you debate about something that you can't change, dude? Lol, like, what the fuck, lol. It's kind of funny, dude. Are you gonna become a politician? No. So what are you doing?
Are you okay?
Dude, do you guys actually debate like IRL or it's just over Discord?
Yeah, dude, we meet up. We actually,
me and him
meet up.
Yeah.
No, but there's some people who go to like debate school. What's it called? No, they have debate club. That's the one.
I almost joined it, and then I was like, no, that's gay.
Dude, it is gay. They fucking like debate about like where the bin should be. Like what? Where the garbage should be. Like what the fuck is this supposed to be, dude? Like what do you mean?
I don't think that's what they do.
Yes, that is. So like, which fucking orange juice should we have for lunch? Like no one cares. Oh, Where is everyone? When the fucking UK election was doing, that was the time of my life, bro. I was annoying so many people. But now no one's here. Like there was fucking billions of VCs. Everyone was in here. That was only one VC, and no one's here. What happened?
How much coke are you on right now?
What happened? Tell me. What happened to the
He's
VC?
definitely on some meth or something.
Dude.
Why is there no VCs? Why? Why? Why is there no
Stay
VCs?
away from my kids, dude.
Dude, tell me. What the fuck? Why answer my question? Why is there no VCs?
I don't know, buddy.
Because Discord's dying, bud. Because it turns out that corporatocracy doesn't work very well.
I don't understand.
And that protecting people's IP addresses corporately
You're
doesn't actually
the words
bode
you're
well
using
for...
are too big. The words you're using are too big. Calm it down. Calm it down.
See, that's a joke, but it's actually true. I don't know what he means. These people, you guys make up words. What the fuck is like, I don't know.
Aristocracy.
Let me go to roles. Last time I saw roles, I fucking giggled, dude. What did someone made up all of these on the spot, dude? Where are they? Hang on. Where are they, dude? Where is it? I can see it. Roles. Role decisions. Nope. Where is it? Hello? Where's the roles? Oh, but come on. Oh, look. Normalist, fascist, imperialist.
I don't.
What is this? What do you mean?
Imperialist is someone who supports imperialism.
Yeah, you've just defined something by using the same word again.
Imperialism is like empires.
Oh, you know, like video games, like
yeah, like Age of
like
Empires,
Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't play gay games like that.
What games do you play? Do you play Roblox?
My last game I played was.
You take me as a Roblox player. Strike me, not take me.
I play shooting because I'm really hyper a lot of the time.
Do you play CS:GO?
You're hyper. I would not have thought such a thing about you.
I'm fucking beast, dude. I'm beast at CS:GO, dude. I fucking. You know what I mean? I fucking tap on me.
What? Yeah. Do you use an aimbot? Do you use my aim?
I use Game Sense.
Do you use my rootkit bypass for CS:GO's?
What do you think about
rootkit?
Israel? What's Israel? Lol. What is Israel? Is it a country?
Yes.
I thought it was a state. Someone told me it's like an illegitimate state. I don't know what it means.
That's basically what a country.
A state is often used as another word for country. Yeah.
But America has states.
This means
America has
government.
countries.
And lots of
America's
people
a
say
government.
that Israel isn't a legitimate country.
But the name is Israel, so it has to be
Exactly.
right, guys.
Look at that big brain. This dude has a massive brain. Do you have a headache from your massive high IQ brain pushing against the size of your skull?
Sometimes when I talk a lot of the time, I give myself a headache.
You're giving me a headache.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
What is pacifist?
You don't like violence.
Like a hippie.
Yeah.
A hippie.
You know the guys who smoke pot and get naked and dance around.
Do you remember the van from Cars?
Do you remember Scooby Doo?
I don't remember a lot, if I'm honest.
I'm gonna go grab a cup of milk.
Yeah, this guy drinks. I'm gonna go find.
Cocaine.
I'm back.
You can entrust your goods without
I see the
worries,
coke
since it's
addict
an
is
official
gone.
trade zone approved by the head of the
Yeah.
Merchant Guild.
Just waiting for the waiting for
If you have a lot of stuff, leave it with me. Within your allowed space, of course.
waiting for those static channels.
Mm. Owie.
There's a lot of unnecessary bots in this server. I could probably just write all the code for every single one of those bots. Have it all in one bot.
Yeah, that's mostly why I've been trying to make a bot, because I've decided that all the bots on my Discord, I have so many that are there for literally one thing. Like, I need to get rid of a lot.
Okay, so what do most of these bots do? Most of these are like invite bots, like Discord servers, Discord server lists, Discord. I could write a bot that literally checks a server that has no users in it, but those bots, and then just sends the invite redirect to this server, controls the shutting on and shutting off of the particular invites from those servers or from those websites that show the invites.
Boom,
Like
done.
reposting it. And then there's invite manager, so that's in Discord servers at me. So there's five bots that do that. And then of course political debate bot. What is that? That's a moderation manager, I guess.
Yeah, that's mostly what that does.
That's moderation manager. I can make a better moderation manager. Like, I could automate like half the things that people need to do, and then just leave some room for manual stuff. Like, let's see, what are most people? Okay, so like warning, manual warning, and manual kicking, banning, stuff like that could be at to the bot, political debate bot.
Mm-hmm.
You could also do a thing like banish or something, or puts them in a special role where they can't see any channels but the banish channel or something.
Yeah.
And they can talk with all the other banished people. Like a prison system where they have to rehabilitate themselves.
Just desperately looking for resource nodes.
Auto voice channels.
Zinc.
What is Chairman Mao? That's a stat like statistic.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Vladimir Lenin, what is that?
I have no idea.
It's what? Giveaway bot?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Could just do that through the political debate bot. Me6, I assume that's like moderation, cleaning up, like purging messages.
I believe so. I also know that it has to do with or like XP and ranking stuff. That's why I have it on my servers for like XP and points.
There's Joseph Stalin. That's like application role assignment, I would assume.
Yeah, I guess I really couldn't tell you on that one.
Like we could literally just remove almost half of these bots and employ it all into the political debate bot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, why would you need this many bots? You could just have like one bot in the server that does everything. Seriously, get a fast server, pop it on a fast server. Like K9 Lego says that he has a GCP server, so that should be fast enough. Just put it on there and.
I think I have 21 bots in my Discord.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
By the way, they all log everything like to databases that you can't have. So they know what you're saying and they know like, what you're doing on your server.
I am slowly pushing them out. Like, I'm not good enough at coding to be able to completely do it myself, but I'm slowly working.
Like I'm writing one right now that's completely written in JDA, so it's like it has full like voice recording, like it does everything almost.
I've seen a lot of people say that like that's impossible, like voice recording Discord bot, and I'm like, I doubt it.
Nope, that's actually being implemented here very soon.
Yeah.
Once Rex decides to add static channels or decides to tell the admins to add static channel, and I'm ready to get the bot in here whenever they're ready to run the bot.
Do you mean like get rid of the auto voice channel stuff?
I would highly recommend it because there's an exploit that you could do that. Like, let's just say, okay, take this for example. Whenever you join that Create VC channel, it detects that you're in it, and it moves you to a new channel.
Mm-hmm.
But it only takes you. You only have to be in. You only have to join that channel that you were in if you go back to the Create VC channel. Within a matter of like a maximum of like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
So you have a time period between that. So let's say if someone spammed bots onto Create VC channel and just continue doing it, they could fill up the entire fucking space between the bottom half and the top half of the channels, and you would be scrolling for a long time before you could actually fucking click on one of the bots.
Yeah.
So it's, or you could see where they joined, but in all seriousness, it's probably just not a good idea to have it in general, to have static channels like set to like 10, and then based upon how many users people have joined this, to just expand it based upon that number. How many people, like let's say you have 10 channels, 2 dedicated to debate and the others dedicated to just like free banter and stuff like that. Then basically what can happen is they fill up all those channels, and then you could just start adding more channels accordingly. You give it, because I mean I've only seen 2 channels being used, and then I've been told by Teheim that he's only seen up to like 5 channels used at max at one time. So I figured just add like 10, and then just add more later if there's a necessity to add more channels, if more people than just use more than 5 channels.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a necessity for automatic channel creation.
We used to have 2, and that did create problems because that was not enough for most of the time. And they requested something like an auto VC bot or something like that, and I just suggested this one, and it actually got added. But I do agree that there are obvious exploits.
Yeah, and it'd be a lot easier to manage static channels.
Yeah. I'm debating if this thing is worth every ounce of money that I have in this game.
What?
I'm playing like some MMO, and I'm debating if buying this item is really worth every little bit of money that I have.
Yeah, I'm slowly going to keep adding and adding to this bot, probably.
Yeah.
Probably just gonna add like all sorts of different functionality features to it. Make it a general bot for pretty much everything.
Basically, the only thing that my bot can do is it can join VC and sit there and go, hum, 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 for about an hour, and then it crashes.
Like in voice, like
Yeah.
playing voice.
Yes. Have you ever played Dark Souls?
Yeah.
It's a Siegward of Catarania. It just plays his voice line over and over again.
Yeah, I used to have a raid bot.
It also
I had
just
a
responds to like a couple like words with memes. Like if you say the word society, it responds with a picture of the Joker. If you say the word
Oh my God.
nanometer or the abbreviation NM, which is an inside joke in my Discord,
It shows the intel thing.
it it is an inside joke about Intel, but it's posts a picture of a naked black man holding a Capri Sun over his penis, captioned nanometer juice.
Oh.
It's really dumb.
You should just do the Intel 14NM plus 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 plus.
Jonah, this is like one of the most viewed games
The
on
nanometers, they're not working on
on Twitch. What are you talking
They're
about?
literally working on like how much they can stack on top of fucking process.
The reason it's a meme in my Discord is because this guy, his name is Dinkle McWinkle, and he always complains about how many nanometers Intel has versus AMD or something like that. And he complains about it so much, and I can't deal with it. It's so annoying. So I just I literally made it a rule in my server that if you use the word nanometer or the abbreviation NM, you will be banned instantly.
That's funny. So I the only bot I would use besides like just my own bot, I'd probably use another bot to back up all of the channels and everything in case the server got deleted. Just restore it all back and then just re-invite the old.
Yeah. I also have a bot that literally just creates a backup of my Discord because I've been raided too many times, even as a tiny, like, 60-member Discord.
Yeah, I used to have over like 60,000 bots.
Like,
have you ever seen a Discord server just like stop working?
Yeah.
Guild, like as soon as like you click on it and then there's a red icon and then it just there's a server outage, please hold on or something. Yeah, that's what happens when you join over 60,000 bots into a server all at once.
I had one Discord where I put something like 150 music bots in it, and then I had all of them play Hamoud in a voice channel called Actual Hell, and then
God.
I had one of them playing Humble by Kendrick Lamar. So all you hear is Hamoud Habibi, and then like very, very quietly in the background, Kendrick Lamar. It was amazing. I was so proud of it.
Yeah.
And I was answering you, you retard. My mod is bullying me in my Twitch chat. Dude, what is happening? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
You're not actually streaming, are you?
Am I? Actually, a good question. I am. Apparently.
Okay, but you're not streaming my voice. Please tell me you're not streaming
I
my
will
voice
check.
to Justin TV.
No, I'm not. I have it muted. On Justin? Oh. Even if I was, I have 30. I have 1 viewer. Mm. Oh, I see. I'm just... Yeah. I'm just... I mean, that's really any social media platform. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna head out. We've had interesting conversations. Okay. You can unmute that audio now. Dude, I don't have Battlefront 2 updated. Did you see the new hero announcements? How do you feel about those new hero announcements? Yeah, why? They could have done anything. I'm honestly very worried. Everyone's been asking like, oh, Mace Windu, Ahsoka. Nope, BB-8. Just for the new player base? What do you mean? I don't know. Oh, did I put palm planks? I put palm planks in, didn't I?
Creation is painful. It's the noblest and greatest thing one can do.
I got palm planks. I think I can make some. See how many plywood I can get from that. Probably like 5 or 10. I think 10. No, 5, maybe less. I have no idea. Look at, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I saw that they had voice lines for Ahsoka get leaked or something like that, so I was really hoping that the next heroes would be Ahsoka, and then, like, Asajj Ventress, but... Yeah. I'll update my game and see if I can actually get OBS and it to run at the same time, and if I can, I'll stream that either later tonight or tomorrow. I plan to do a... Yeah, they were in the game files, but... Which gave me a lot of hope. I was really excited for that. Where's the closest marketplace? Do I have to go all the way to... Did they remove it from here? Race info. Okay. They removed the auto marketplace from there. Interesting. I think the nearest marketplace is right in here somewhere. Pretty sure. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm hoping. Especially Ahsoka. I'm a fat nerd, but I used to watch the Clone Wars show when I was a wee lad. I also hope we get a like half Robo Darth Maul skin. That would be epic. But yeah, I'll update the game and see if OBS and the game can run at the same time without having to completely ruin my graphics. And if I can, I'll actually stream that for you. But so I haven't played in a long time, and I'd like to get back into it. Fair warning, I'm not good at the game. I'm okay at heroes, but I'm besides that. Yeah, also a battle damage Darth Vader would be cool, but, you know. It'd also be cool to just have, like... yeah, that's true. Just, like... DM'd. I guess just Anakin as a Darth Vader skin would be cool, but I understand why they wouldn't want to do that at the same time. I don't use mods because I'm aware that you're probably not gonna get banned, but I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's not worth the risk for it. I'm gonna have to go soon because I'm using my phone to, like, see the chat, and it's at, like, 10%, plus I'm got something I need to do. But yeah, I'll look into seeing if a, Battlefront 2 stream is something I can actually do or not. Because I have no idea how well my computer's gonna run it with OBS open. What did I come here for? Oh yeah, palm plywood. What did I need? 40? That's not cheap. I know how to play, I'm just not that good. I'm pretty decent at hero modes, especially with Maul. I am Jesus. I am the second coming of Christ when playing Maul, but besides that, I'm not that good. Also, Boba Fett. Depending on the map, I love playing Boba Fett, but I'm pretty sure he got nerfed since I last played, but I could be wrong. I should grab more food for my horse before leaving the market. When's the last time I played? I will open Origins in a second and check, actually. It's been a while. It's been a few months, I believe.
For its size, it has fewer trustworthy merchants than you'd think.
Whenever I play... Because, like, I quit the game for a while, and then it came back, and it was like, oh, cool. Obi-Wan and Grievous are here now. And then I quit for another time, and it came back, and I was like, oh, cool. Anakin and Count Dooku are here now. So, I know that there's been no heroes or anything like that. Yeah. That happened... I want to say that happened, like, a week after I stopped playing. But I could be wrong. What did I come here for? Was it carrots? It's carrots. Oh, carrot seeds. I can grow my own. Let's buy a few of these. Yeah, like I said, 5. Let's just buy 5. Let's just buy 5. I'll buy actual carrots. Let's buy all of those. And let's buy. How much will that be? Yeah, let's grab that. I'm launching Origin now. Okay, Origin needs to update. I'm gonna tell it not to update because screw that. Let me check. Whenever I'm an affiliate, a subscription will be like, I'll get 60% of it, I believe, which is $3. But as for donations, I'm looking it up. Subs are 5. Yeah. Where is it? Nope, fee details. It's 30 cent plus 2.9%. So 30 cent from everything and then 2.9% of the rest, which is way higher than I'd like it to be, but it's not that horrible, honestly. It could be a lot worse. Oh Christ. Yeah, it's not great, definitely not horrible though. I have to find my Origin password, give me a second. I better not be showing this on stream. I don't know if I am. I think I have it set. I don't know. Well, by default, Twitch does not take a tax from donations. It's because of the tax that PayPal takes. As far as Twitch, like the percentage that they'll take from an ad, it's a lot. Well, YouTube takes a lot higher percentage from like an ad than Twitch does. Whenever I'm an affiliate, I'll be able to run ads, and like I'll make more per ad than a YouTuber would, but at the same time, I'll have less ads. Yeah. But I'm not really going to be making affiliate anytime soon because I had the viewership, but my viewership has plummeted, like my last couple of streams. My stream last night was a high. I kind of bounced up a little bit, but besides that, my viewership has been pretty low. Yeah, no, the subs are the vast majority of the money that you make. Like, 5,000 subs is like $13,000 a month. That's very rough math. No, that's like 5,500, I think. And you know, if you do the math there, that's like 130,000 a year. That's good money, but I obviously have a long way to go if I'm gonna get anywhere like that. I have to go online, which means that I have to update Origin. I really don't want to update Origin on stream because it's gonna lag me out bad. Yeah. I'll probably again stream that later tonight or tomorrow. I have a lot of games that I plan on streaming. I plan on streaming this more. I plan on streaming Minecraft a lot as usual. I plan on I found a thing for Don't Starve, which is basically a mod that lets people screw with your game while you're playing. And I haven't played Don't Starve since 2015. I'd like to get back into that, so that'd be cool. I want to stream The Forest. I want to stream ESO. You know, there's a lot of games that I really want to stream right now. I have to set up a schedule, I guess, for what games are going to be when. I also have to find more time to stream, because I have something to do in like 15 minutes, which is why I am so desperately trying to get something that should take several hours in this game done in like 30 minutes. I do have Tarkov. I've played it a little bit. That's another game where I don't think I'd be able to run OBS and the game at the same time, but I haven't tested that. So that's definitely an idea that I'll put in the list.
How do you like it?
The thing about Tarkov is that like I have a bunch of like really high tier loot, but I'm too scared to ever take it out. It just kind of sits in my stash. I really only leave with like a pistol or a knife, nothing else. I'll actually, unless Tarkov needs an update, I'll probably do a quick Tarkov run after this on stream if I can run OBS with it. But first, let me see if I can get my workers to finish this boat. What am I doing? I pressed the wrong button. Alright, so they've already completed a cog, or whatever that was. Do I need any more workers on this? Oh, okay. 60, I'm looking for the fastest worker I have. Okay, fastest at the top, cool. Oh my god, this is gonna take so long though. I'll probably come through and cancel a bunch of the jobs later, and then, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna transition to Tarkov now, but, because they're just gonna keep working while I'm offline. I'm gonna make sure my workers in other locations. I already have the Frankersy emotes. I think I do. Do I? Oh my, Patrick. I don't know what's happening. I know a total of 2 emotes. Poggers and Kappa. That's all I know. That's all I know, man. I'm gonna get, yeah, I'm gonna put some stuff on transports, and then I'm gonna off game. I keep giving myself more tasks to do before I switch. Oh god. Okay, that. No, not that. Put that back. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Boom. 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 Send all that to Porphyria. How much are you gonna have, buddy? Oh, only coal? No, wait, I need that coal for the steel. Forgot about that. Oh my god, my mouse is double clicking and it's horrible. You have severe issues, Jonah. Oh, I have. Do I have a wheat farm over here that I'm working? A potato. Why do I have so much wheat? I must have been working the wheat farm at some point. Alright. I'm hoping I'm not out of wagons. Send that. Let's go ahead and send the wheat while we're at it. About hey. Alright. Calm down. Calm down. Alright, cool. Shut up, Jonah. Let me see if I have Tarkov up to date, and if I do, I'll play that. I don't know where Tarkov would be on my computer right now, though, if I'm gonna be honest. Do you know what the company name is? What are they? What are they? The people who made Tarkov? Because I think their launcher is named their Battle State. There it is. Okay. Listen, man. Don't bully me. Did I just launch TF2 on accident? I just accidentally opened TF2. My stream might crash due to the sudden CPU load of having 2 games open at the same time. I think I closed it in time to deal with that. Alright. I don't even know how I managed to do that, but I did. Exactly, because you love me. Anything I can be doing while I wait? Let's open these. $30! That's actually pretty decent. Let's open the other one. Actually, I think 30 was on the low end for that box. Never mind. 17, that's awful. How many do I have? 137, 3 30s, 120, 117, 115, 110, or 3 10s. Thank you, Jonah. Critical launcher update. Oh god. So if this doesn't lag me out completely, I'll continue streaming, but if it does lag me out completely, I'm gonna have to just cut it short. There it goes. It's doing something. Alright, you got me there. Nice. Okay. SMH in my big fat head. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll take that. Tarkov. I'm looking at my thing to find my Tarkov password. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Copy password. Keep me logged in. You ever been to FortniteBurger.com? A lot of them just left, and then I also switched to a different Discord. Because the guy who was in there was talking about how he didn't want to be streamed, so I'm like, I gotta head out. Okay. Am I fishing successfully? Oh no, I have an update. Alright, it depends how big the update is. Update? It doesn't want to update. I'm like hitting the update button, but it's not doing it. I'm probably gonna get offline. Alright, it's an 8 gigabyte update. So yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, me too actually. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll be back probably around 11 or 12 if you're gonna be there for that. I don't know what else to stream yet. Battlefront or Tarkov are good guesses, but we'll see then. So yeah. All right, buddy. Bye.